Hello and welcome to I've Seen Everything, where the name is ironic and the reactions are... Hi everyone, my name's Andrew, and here we are for yet another movie reaction together, the final movie reaction of our Halloween horror reactions, and I know this fourth week I'm stretching the use of the word horror a little bit. I wanted to take a little bit of a softer tone this week, something that was a little more family friendly, not so deep into the actual horror, but kind of still in the spooky realm. And so, you know, more spooky, fun kind of stuff. And I had a number of options in the poll. And the movie that won in the poll was Gremlins, a movie that I have somehow not managed to watch all of these years, and didn't even realize until I just brought up the cast list here that Feldman is in this movie. Didn't know that. But I have an odd history with Gremlins as well. I have not seen Gremlins. I have seen Gremlins 2 multiple times. Bear in mind, I haven't seen it in many, many years. And I think the only character that made it to Gremlins 2 from the first one was Billy. I don't think that Kate went with him. I'm pretty sure it's Billy moving to New York and getting a job at an ad firm or something like that. And somehow Gizmo ends up with him again and hijinks ensue. Been a long time since I've seen it. But I have never seen the movie that started it all, Gremlins. Which also, another important fact about Gremlins, it is one of the two primary movies that is the reason we have a PG-13 rating in the US now. I have done the other movie on this channel already, which was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So we have both of these movies now on my channel somehow. Who would have thought that would have happened? But no, I don't know a lot about this movie, but apparently, like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, for the time period, it kind of pushed the limits of what a PG movie really should be, but didn't quite reach the level of what an R-rated movie should be, so hence the PG-13 rating. I don't know what that means for what I'm in store for here. I don't know if there are things that get real close to the line and scary, but hey, it's our Halloween reaction, so that's really what we're going for anyway. But this week, a little bit more fun, a little bit more innocent than kind of the deep, traumatic or gory horror movies that you would normally watch to finish off our Halloween reactions. So, I don't really have anything else to say on the way in. I'm excited to finally watch this movie. Let's just get right into it. But real quick before we do, I want to make sure to invite you to go ahead and check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is already available over there. There's other full-length reactions available over there, all of our Halloween horror reactions, exclusive television show reactions over there, all kinds of stuff. I hope you go check it out and consider becoming a patron. Any support that you offer over there or over here is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And that is it, folks. That's all I have for you. Let us finish out our Halloween horror reactions and get to watching 1984's Gremlins. Here we go.
Peltzer's the name, Rand Peltzer, and I have a story to tell.
This is not starting where I thought it would, at least from the little bit I know about Gremlins.
You do have a lot of interesting artifacts here, but there's one thing you don't have.
And what's that?
The bathroom buddy.
You have lots of interesting artifacts here, but let me show you this as seen on TV product.
What is that?
Mogwai.
You can see the little shadows of the ears. It's funny.
I'll give you $100 for it.
No.
$100 is quite a bit back in those days.
I cannot sell him at any price.
Wait outside a moment. I'll be right out.
Gizmo's cute, but that's the thing. Happen upon some kind of animal you've never seen before, you don't recognize. Your first reaction is probably not, hey, I'm going to take this home to my kid.
Keep him out of the light. Don't get him wet. Never feed him after midnight.
All right. That's the toughest one, I feel like. Don't feed him after midnight. Midnight where? How is his biology hooked to the time zones, I wonder? I thought I had heard this was kind of a Christmas movie. Well, I guess we're getting an early start on Christmas. People who get angry about that can yell at me. Well, there's Billy. Man, he's young there. That's the other thing. I don't know what age he's supposed to be here. Is he high school age, or is he a little older than that?
Get in there. Be quiet.
Well, I guess he's probably not high school age. He's already working as a teller at a bank.
We're trying to have Dory's pub declared a landmark. Mrs. Deagle's trying to take his lease away.
Gee, I wonder if they're going to be love interests. I was just thinking, I haven't seen Phoebe Cates in a lot of stuff, but my go-to Phoebe Cates reference, Drop Dead Fred.
Watch it, watch it, watch it!
So Mrs. Deagle is the miserable, likely somewhat wealthy woman in town that has more power than people would like her to.
Mrs. Harris, the bank and I have the same purpose in life, to make money, not to support a lot of deadbeats.
It's a pretty empty purpose in life, just to make money for the sake of itself. I mean, hungry and sick children. It's almost like they're trying to make Mrs. Deagle as evil as possible.
and he'll get what he deserves. A slow, painful death.
Get her, Barney. They very much had a different philosophy about dogs in movies in previous generations.
Peltzer, this is a bank, not a pet store.
Hey, Judge Reinhold. I didn't know he was in this.
When you least expect it.
She's outwardly threatening to murder a dog.
Look, I'm a junior vice president at 23. By the time I'm 25, I'm going to have Mr. Corbin's job. By the time I'm 30, I'll be a millionaire.
By time you're 30, you'll be a millionaire as a bank president in the 80s? I don't know about that. You can tell when somebody's really pathetic is that they go out of their way to insert themselves into situations where they can be a jerk to people.
Merry Christmas, George! Merry Christmas, movie house! Merry Christmas, Emporium!
I'm not really apologizing, but I didn't know that this was straight up a Christmas movie. I guess, we just snuck a Christmas movie in here at the end. He had to grow up in a household with all these inventions of his father's. He just wasted a bunch of eggs.
Mrs. Deagle called again this afternoon.
Mrs. Deagle called again this afternoon. She wants to murder your dog. She said a bunch of really disturbing stuff about how she's going to put him in the dryer.
They just might be interested in the bathroom, buddy. Tra-la-la-la-la.
And hey, I got you some strange creature that I've never seen before. I just bring strange animals home to you now, and, you deal with it. It's your problem. That'll freak you out, jumping up out of a box like that. You've heard of Jack in the Box. Now you got Gizmo in the box.
You gotta be gentle.
I will.
I hope he's...
That wasn't real gentle.
Mogwai. I just call him Gizmo. He seems...
Oh. So the dad actually named him.
Get a picture taken. Smile.
No.
It is amazing how accepting they're being of a creature like this, again, that you have no idea what this thing is and what it could do.
Keep him out of the sunlight. Keep him away from water. Don't ever feed him after midnight.
That was what I was going to say. He's not supposed to come in contact with water. How does Gizmo ever bathe? He must smell pretty bad by that point. He's still cute, but let's say the animatronic was a bit different by the time they got to the second one. They'd had a chance to refine it a little more. Yeah, your dog's going to get jealous, spending all your time with Gizmo. Gizmo's not going to trust you. You keep shining all these lights at him. Generally, you put bandages on somebody when they're bleeding. I don't know if you bandage somebody because of a bruise. What do I know?
Can I guess?
They did do a good job of making him cute. Dad, can't we just have regular orange juice? Do we really have to do it this way? Yeah, that seems a bit impractical.
Just brought in your Christmas tree.
Hey, I have to say I recognize that voice.
It works.
This is only a year before Goonies. He looks a lot younger there. Learning about the world from television.
Neat. What's his name?
His name's Gizmo.
Again, hey, completely accepting right off the bat.
Gizmo.
But kids are more likely to be like that.
Who's in that jar?
Oh, wow, that didn't take long. I didn't remember the reaction being quite that fast. Ooh, wow. 5, just from that little bit of water there. So what I remember is the first ones have fur like Gizmo does, but they're not quite as cute. And then we get into the ones that don't have fur.
Hey, look, that one's got a cute little stripe on its head.
I mean, they don't, okay, the behavior's different. They don't look a lot different right off the bat.
I mean, don't you think this is incredible?
Oh, he is neat.
That's one of the most interesting parts. They move on so quickly. It's like you have this creature you've never seen before. All of a sudden, 5 of these little balls pop out of his back and they create 5 more of them. It's like, oh, that's interesting. Well, let's move on to the comic books.
You're late for the big meeting. You forgot to shave. You are in trouble. But not if you have the bathroom buddy.
Dad, I'm sorry to interrupt your bathroom buddy pitch here, but we've got all kinds of these little creatures spawning upstairs. I mean, it's a real problem. Can the bathroom buddy solve that? I'm surprised they calmed down enough to go to bed. Oh, spoke too soon. I was going to say, I figure these are a bit too mischievous. These ones are a bit too mischievous for that.
Marty, who did this to you? Down. Stay still.
That's messed up.
Another minute and he would have been intoxicated.
They're very very just cavalier about the fact that somebody tied the dog up and he could have died. Would have been a dogsicle.
It's gonna be all right.
I don't think we can drink this.
I mean, I've heard of being supportive, but this is getting ridiculous. They can't even have a meal in this house. Although they're kind of the most easygoing family I've ever seen. It's like, oh, all this stuff's falling down around us. Oh, well.
And all of a sudden, there were 5 new ones. Now watch this.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. I'm thinking Gizmo looks sad because maybe he knows what's going to happen. He's seen this happen before. That's the one thing I don't remember. How do you get rid of gremlins after they show up?
I keep one of these here. Run some tests on them.
Yeah. I think I could spare one.
See, this one's pretty different, where they're not exactly like Gizmo, but they're more like Gizmo. They're a little more rambunctious, but they're still relatively calm. They're not quite that mischievous.
Going home.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Have a few drinks and drive home. That's a great idea.
That's the same gremlins brought down our planes in the big one.
Oh, so that's where the word gremlins comes from.
Put them in the cars, they put them in the TV, they put them in the stereos.
Why would they be putting them in all these things? And who's the they that we're speaking about?
You know, Katie, I think maybe I'll walk home.
Good.
Probably a better idea. You don't need to be running bulldozer or plow or whatever you're driving into something.
I don't celebrate Christmas.
Well, what's not to like? I mean, it's...
Say you hate Washington's birthday or Thanksgiving and nobody cares, but say you hate Christmas and everybody makes you feel like you're lepers.
I would imagine that she had something bad happen on Christmas, or has a lot of bad memories associated with Christmas.
Maybe you'd like to go out on a date?
I'd love to.
Yeah, well, we can...
Take the win and go, Billy. Get out of there before you say something stupid.
We can talk about it, on the phone and...
Night, Billy.
Very smooth. Now go home. You've probably got about 60 gremlins. They're about to take over the town.
This isn't gonna hurt. Not a big guy like you.
This is not gonna hurt. You jab him with a needle. He's about to feed him after midnight. The clock's dead. The clock got unplugged or something. See, that's what I'm wondering, if the more mischievous ones want him to feed them after midnight and want him to get water on them. Yeah, I don't know if we need close-ups of them eating this stuff. Could have gone a little further back on that. Now, this guy's definitely going to feed him after midnight. It's past 2 back there. That's the other thing. Billy let him have this one, and he didn't tell him any of the rules. At least I don't remember him telling him the rules. Maybe I forgot that part. Yeah, I think you're going to wake up to some very different companions there. There you go. Are we going to understand this is a big deal now?
Did you feed them after midnight?
No, wait a minute. I made sure.
Yeah, your thing has been chewed through, actually, so they did it on purpose.
What's going on here?
I don't know. Maybe these little rambunctious creatures that are causing trouble all over the place chewed through your wire. Maybe that's what happened. It's a mystery.
Hello?
Probably just want to pick up the phone before you miss the call.
Hi, honey. No, I'm sure it works fine. I was just out in the back porch for a second.
Yeah, are you going to tell them about the kind of weird eggs that are growing upstairs? Or cocoons, rather?
So far away on Christmas Eve.
I know it's Christmas Eve. I'll do the best I can.
All right, bye-bye.
Everything's just kind of, oh, well, We got these creatures. They're about to take over the house. But hey, you know, just a Saturday.
Deposit this to my account.
What makes her think she can just come into the bank and shove other people aside? It's almost like she's the villain.
You'd better keep him behind locked doors, because if I catch him, he's in for slow death.
It seems like he should be able to do something about that. She's threatening the life of his dog. Pretty sadistic, disgusting person.
You got a human heart?
And this guy thinks he's going to conduct a class with his mogwai hiding in a box. Alright, here we go.
These freeways branch out to hundreds of miles.
Gee, what could that be? Could it be the creature you're keeping in a box?
Of course, tickets to the Super Bowl would be very nice.
Wait.
You have an emergency situation, and you're still joking about Christmas gifts. Maybe check on the thing that's in the box.
Just hatched.
I'll be right there.
Oh, great. So we've lost track of it. It broke out and it's loose in the school. Yeah, you need a little visor thing to pull down to protect yourself, Gizmo. Because you're surrounded by monsters now.
Hey, you're not still angry about that little blood test, are you?
Yeah, you might not have wanted to bring that up.
I see it. Here.
Someone's about to lose a hand.
Don't you feel better, huh?
Yeah, maybe just shove the candy bar under there. Don't blindly stick your hand under there.
Mr. Hanson?
Did he actually kill him? Yeah, that doesn't look very good. That was the thing I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if the gremlins actually kill people. Up. Yeah, this one's a bit less innocent. Don't get our reveal yet. We saw a hand. Yep, there you go. There's a reveal for you. Very fast, though. Ooh, poor Gizmo. Also, these gremlins are horrible at darts. I like how quickly she realized she might need to arm herself. In so many other situations like this, especially with how casual they've been, the person would just wander up there and be like, oh, what's happening up here? And she'd be dead or something else horrible will happen before she'd realize.
Mom, they hatched. Get out of the house. Mom?
Oh, they're still in the house. Yeah, get out of the house. These creatures have shown that they're willing to kill. Ooh. That got me a little too. I didn't expect that. I expected them to jump out somewhere, not just start throwing stuff at her. We've entered the horror movie stage pretty quickly here. Yep. And there you go. First good look at him. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot. Come up with all kinds of interesting ways to kill him. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to turn the rest of them against you. A knife and a TV tray. Gremlin warrior.
Get out of my kitchen!
Whoa. Mom is straight up going Norman Bates on it. She is not playing around. She has killed 3 gremlins in the last 30 seconds. She put one in a juicer, she blew one up in a microwave, and she stabbed one multiple times. He's still writhing on the counter. Just a normal Tuesday at the Peltzer house. Yeah. I was gonna say, hiding in the tree. It literally looks like she's just in a fight with a Christmas tree. Right into the fireplace. Oh, not the whole thing. He did actually just cut off its head.
Mom, it's striking.
Well, the Peltzer family has shown that they're pretty willing to fight back, which you wouldn't expect out of such kind of, you know, low-key people.
Mom's had a bit of an accident.
What is it again?
She hasn't had a bit of an accident. She was attacked by a gremlin. And that is not the use that your father ever had intended for that juicer.
Don't worry, Giz, we'll find him.
So he's presumably only got the one left from his house, at least right now. But I'm pretty sure the one from the school escaped. And at the YMCA, there's going to be a swimming pool. He's still got the sword. Just walking through town carrying a sword. Where you headed, Billy? Oh, you know, gremlin hunting. As you do. That is a very bad turn of events. He needs to do something to this pool, otherwise he's going to have 500 gremlins here very fast. Like, electrify it or something. Hey man, if you're just going to run, you might as well just leave town, because this is Gremlin Town now.
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe thousands.
Wow.
Hey!
I know.
I can't remember his name right now, but I recognize him. He was in Beverly Hills Cop also, and he's Mike from Breaking Bad, from what I understand. We have an army of gremlins. Yep, that's what I suspected. Wow, that is some stop-motion animation.
What the hell is that?
Yep. That was the other thing I thought would happen, is they would take over his... I don't know, again, I don't know if it's a plow or a bulldozer or what it is. I think they might have not survived. I thought he was going to have some big hero moment where he's going to take out a bunch of them with his plow. That's a way to create some chaos and some car accidents.
Something about a snowplow. Freak accident.
Sheriff, will you listen to me?
You listen to me, kid. Go on home. Take little Gizmo there.
Yeah, he's not going to believe him until it's too late, until the gremlins get to him, maybe even kill him. I didn't know they actually killed people. I didn't remember that.
Kopeck, you stop that, you bad kitty.
Oh, she's big and tough until she's at home and needs a chair to get up and down the stairs.
Oh, please, me, kitty, you start.
Was she wearing a wig earlier? Or am I losing my mind? Yeah, please, throw water on them. That's what they want. That is funny, though. Gremlin carolers.
What are they? What are they?
I'm sorry to tell you, Mrs. Deagle, but the monsters are already in the house.
Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet.
Oh, yeah. Run away as slowly as possible with your chair. Oh, I take that back. Oh, wow. That is quite the malfunction.
That was Mrs. Deagle.
Yeah, Mrs. Deagle got taken out sooner than I thought she would. And now the cops are about to get taken out.
Jesus, Frank, that's Dave Myers. He does Santa every year.
I don't think that's the important point right now. I think the gremlins on his back are the problem. Hey, he's showing more bravery than they did. At least he's trying to fight them off. Kind of losing it before. There go the cops. Body count is stacking up from the gremlins.
My name's Pete. There's these little green guys with big teeth running around town.
Hey, kid, this is Christmas, not Halloween.
This is Christmas, not Halloween. Well, I wish I had known that before I put this into my Halloween movies. Yeah, Kate didn't bargain for this kind of business at the bar. And I doubt these gremlins are paying their bill. Besides, they're not supposed to get wet. Who knows what happens when they get drunk? That's quite a shocking experience there. How many bad jokes can I tell in this video, I wonder?
Okay.
I think one of the funniest parts is she's still trying to serve them, as opposed to, hey, your bar is taken over by monsters, run. It's like, these are my customers, and I have to stay here and serve them. All right, well, she's found out that light freaks them out. That ought to send them running. There you go. Run. Finally got the car running.
You all right? Let's get out of here.
I mean, not going to be all right if you stand there for much longer. You got gremlins that are armed and drunk. Yeah, it has to be sunlight. That's the only thing that's going to turn this around.
Now I have another reason to hate Christmas.
Okay, what are you talking about?
Yeah, now we're going to find out your first reason to hate Christmas.
A couple hours went by. Dad wasn't home.
Pay attention, Billy. She's pouring out her soul here.
I went to try to light up the fire. He was dressed in a Santa Claus suit.
Wow. Playing Santa gone really, really wrong.
He was gonna surprise us. And that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus.
Wow. That's pretty messed up on multiple fronts. Find out there's no Santa Claus that way, and you lose your father that way. I think that'd scar you for Christmas for life. No wonder. Okay. It seems eerily calm. The Gremlins created the most possible havoc they could, and now they've moved on. They've decided to change their ways. Gonna blow up the movie theater. You got them all in one place.
They're inside. All of them?
Very possibly. I hope that's all of them, because that's a lot of them. I wonder how they got that shot. You know, it's nice to know that even when you're destructive monsters, you could all come together and appreciate a good viewing of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs together. You know, have a little sing-along. Take some time out from chaos and murdering to, you know, appreciate the simple things in life. Even Gizmo singing. Yeah, he has to use the fact that they're all in one location to try to end this in some capacity. I don't know how. You're not going to get a lot of sunlight in there. Maybe if you can just make it bright enough in the theater, it'll destroy them.
Yum, yum.
Now, Stripe's about to take a detour to the candy store.
Cover your mouth. Don't breathe any gas.
Oh, he is going to blow up the theater. Well, considering the circumstances, I don't know what other option they have.
Billy?
I mean, the Gremlins are straight up killing people.
Billy?
Yeah, you better run. I don't know how much time you have before the whole place blows.
Billy?
This is not a great situation. Oh, there you go. Stripe picked a good time to go get candy, but that's bad for them. Well,
Stripe.
they got to get to him before he can make more. Stripe's making a run for the faucet.
If he gets the water, it'll start all over again.
Or apparently if it gets to after midnight. Because again, gremlins and time zones and stuff.
Try and find some kind of light switch.
That was an unusual first kiss moment, but okay, we'll take it. You know, he told me to try to find a light switch, and then he kissed me. I thought it was strange too, but I just went with it. And TV. Okay, Billy. Learn how TVs work. A little bit trigger happy there. Yeah, hiding among the stuffed animals, I believed. Just a little bit too convenient. There you go. Behind an E.T. stuffed animal. Appropriate. Although I don't know if gremlins are aliens. Oh. She should not have turned that on. They're going to have to blow up the store. Wow, Stripe's pretty strong. Get that halfway into the wall. Oh. Right in the back. That is a misuse of a pitching machine, Stripe. Although he does have a bat. Sunlight. The sun actually finally came up. I mean, things are getting pretty desperate for Billy here. Gizmo needs to come through. Uh-oh. A gremlin with a chainsaw. And your defense is a wooden bat. This is going downhill pretty quick.
And that guy is a certain kind of...
The first thing that Gizmo was watching on TV, the car racing stuff. Kate, what are you doing? Oh, okay. She's just trying to turn on as many lights as she can. She turned on everything else by this point. Just in time, he was about to get through the bat with that thing. Water. Gone. What a choice to have to make. Barney and Gizmo teaming up for the first time. Yeah. Kind of blends in with the plants. You have to electrify it or something. Yep. Gotta do something. He's about to spawn more of them. There you go. Burn them with the sun before he can spawn new ones. Great plan, Gizmo. Well done. Good job, Barney. Appreciate the contribution. That is pretty gruesome. He drops in the water and brings him back to life.
WDHB's Action Central News at the site of Dory's Tavern, or what used to be Dory's.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised if there's anything left at all. And she was still trying to serve them. These are weird customers that want all these beers.
Don't chew that.
What temperature is a mogwai supposed to be?
This is the gentleman who sold me the mogwai.
Sold. An interesting choice of words.
Yeah, your dad didn't really buy him on the up and up. So if Mr. Wing takes him back, how does he still have him in the second one?
You do not understand. You are not ready.
Is Billy going to argue for him? Let Gizmo stay?
Perhaps someday you may be ready.
So, Billy has to go back and get him at some point. Or he finds his way back to him or something.
Smokeless ashtray. Man at gas station tried to sell me.
The man at the gas station tried to sell you because it almost burned his gas station down, I think.
Because you never can tell. There just might be a gremlin in your house.
And make sure you're armed at the time, because those things could kill you. Let's go to the wrap-up. Well, I have finally seen Gremlins. And somehow, a Christmas movie snuck its way into our Halloween movies. I feel like it still worked. It still was kind of enough in the horror genre, you know, more of a kid's horror type thing. But I had no idea that it was a Christmas movie. Nobody told me. So you learn new things every day. I enjoyed that a lot. I mean, again, I said that I had seen the second one several times, but again, it's been many years since I have. So I didn't remember kind of all the ins and outs of the Gremlins and how they operated, how this universe operated. I don't know how many of them they kept or changed or what exactly the setup was for the second one. I feel like I need to watch the second one again now. But he has Gizmo back. I don't know how he gets him back. I'm almost positive he goes to New York, gets a job at like an ad firm or something like that, and Gizmo ends up there and craziness ensues in New York. I mean, I guess that was the next logical step. It's like you have this happen in a small town. What if it happened in a big city? Not only that, what if it happened in one of the biggest cities on Earth? But I can see definitely why this was kind of pushing that line. Maybe not quite as much as Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, but in some ways, I mean, if the design of the Gremlins had not been quite as scary, and if they hadn't been actually killing people, they'd just been causing mayhem around the town, then I can understand it being a little more solidly a kid's movie. But I would imagine that parents who took their kids to see this, that there were a lot of kids who probably had nightmares from this movie. If you're talking about like small children going and seeing these things. Despite that, I mean, it was still very entertaining. I don't think there's a long history of Christmas horror movies, especially like real legit like Christmas horror movies. I know there's a few out there, but I also feel like that's a more recent innovation, like a more recent thing that people have started wanting to spread out horror movies if they're going to be tied to a certain time of year, not just to be tied to Halloween, which is the most obvious one to go for because it's, you know, the spookiest of the holidays. I know that Eli Roth, he did a Thanksgiving horror movie with an actual like pilgrim kind of like monster kind of thing. I haven't seen it yet. That might be another one to watch at some point. But let me know. Let me know what other Christmas horror movies there are out there. Let me know if you have any favorites that you've seen that maybe not a lot of people know about. I'm wondering how far back they go. It really does seem like that's a newer thing to try to connect that stuff to holidays you wouldn't normally think are spooky like that. But, I mean, there's not much else to say. Enough kids saw this when I was younger that Gizmo was everywhere. Gizmo was pretty much the entire reason I'm sure they made a second Gremlins movie, is because as a character, he was just so popular. There were so many Gizmo toys they sold. I'm almost positive, even though I don't remember seeing it, but it just seems too obvious that they had a radio control car with Gizmo on it somewhere, just from that last scene. Everybody would have been wanting that. Kids were so easy to sell toys to back then, as far as kind of tie-ins to movies and things. I mean, the Transformers, their entire existence is based on their connection to their toy line. But even Home Alone 2, I remember, Kevin has that little voice recorder thing. They started selling that with Home Alone 2 branding on it and Macaulay Culkin's face on it and all that. So the toy tie-ins and all the kind of merchandising tie-ins to this had to be crazy. And even for somebody who didn't watch Gremlins back then and didn't know a lot about Gremlins, I still remember Gizmo being everywhere. It was a good, entertaining movie. There were some parts that definitely were pretty slow. There were some parts that didn't make a ton of sense as far as his family being very, very laid back, like about everything. Oh, you brought this creature that nobody's ever seen before into our house and it's going to be our pet. Oh, great. What's for dinner? Oh, it's hatching all these other ones. Oh, well, you know, things happen. Oh, well, it's these more aggressive, scarier looking ones. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. And then mom has to become Gremlin Warrior with her TV tray shield and her butcher knife, sticking them in juicers and microwaves. But hey, for those of you who were there for it, that's the 80s for you. How many movies did they have with premises like that? They don't necessarily completely add up, but if they do a good enough job, it can still be entertaining nonetheless. Anyway, I feel as though I've said enough about this fine movie we know as Gremlins. I feel as though I am happy to have had you here for the 4th and final week of our Halloween horror reactions. Horror in a little bit of quotes here. Although, I mean, there were still definitely horror elements here. There were scenes that were very much, horror scenes. People died. Just not quite as graphic and serious as, real adult horror movies. But anyway, before we get out of here one more time, I just want to go ahead and invite you to check out the Patreon. Again, the full-length reaction to this movie is already up, along with all the other ISE Halloween horror reactions. Other full-length movie reactions are over there. Exclusive television show reactions are over there. All kinds of stuff. I hope you go check it out and consider becoming a patron. Any support that you offer over there or over here is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and click the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And a special shout out to our Seen Everything patron, Aunt Vess. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for being here with me to watch this. I genuinely appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.